again, we're coming to you with entertainment news, and again, it's all in there.
Yeah.
So, are we starting?
Yes, we're starting.
Okay, can we do that?
Okay, first off on the corona news.
Okay.
Young Thug has directed his fans to the Bible for solution. The American rapper Young Thug has hinted a solution to the global pandemic of the COVID-19. The coronavirus pandemic has medics at their wits' end as they try to battle the deadly virus. However, Young Thug believes the solution is in the Bible. The rapper took to Instagram to share a part of the Bible highlighted with a marker. The highlighted part is Chronicles 7 verse 13 to 14, which reads, "Whenever I hold back the rain or send locusts to eat up the crops, or send an epidemic on my people, if they pray to me and repent, and turn away from the evil they have been doing, then I will hear them in heaven, forgive their sins, and make their land prosperous again." Now, everybody has different opinions about this coronavirus, and Young Thug is telling us he's a Christian, that he believes in the Bible, and that if we all pray to God and do the needful spiritual stuffs, God will definitely take care of this issue. I don't know, but we'll see how
it's
we are
good to
hopeful.
pray.
Yes,
it's good to pray. No doubt about that.
All right. While coronavirus is everywhere, this one, a Nigerian man, Ike Ewemna, gets promoted to colonel rank in U.S. Army. Alright, so a Nigerian man identified as Ike Ewemna has made the country proud after being promoted to the rank of colonel in the United States Army. It was gathered that the Colonel Ewemna is a PhD holder whose service in the U.S. Army has earned him the promotion. He was born in Lagos, Nigeria, and is a decorated member of the United States. And in this recent times, Nigerian nationals living abroad have been changing the narrative of the country for good, and a development that has made citizens proud and being associated with the country.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
that's a good one. Yeah, for
it's good news in the midst of all of this.
Yes.
Well, this one is not so good news, actually. As the coronavirus crisis escalates, the U.S.'s Health Protection Agency has urged mourners to change drastically the way they say goodbye to loved ones by live streaming their funerals. In a webinar with the National Funeral Directors Association and funeral homes across the U.S., the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said funerals should be limited to a small number of mourners physically present and streamed online for everyone else. This is not because of a risk of being infected from a deceased person whose cause of death is coronavirus related. The CDC said there was no evidence to suggest this was possible. Instead, it is so people can adhere to social distancing advice, not just in the US, but in countries around the world. And guess what? They gave this information through a webinar. It was not a meeting. Right. So that's what the story is there.
All right. Still about coronavirus, the USA is fighting hard. There was a picture I had on my Instagram page last night, picture of New York City, so ghosty, so empty. In Manhattan, there was nobody on the street, no yellow cab. That's telling us it's a serious problem. And again, the president of the U.S. had a press conference, and of course, is telling us that if they fight well, if they fight coronavirus well, it may be here till August. During the press briefing, President Trump stated the coronavirus pandemic could stretch to July or August, and again, if we do a real good job. He stated if we do a really good job, we will not only hold the death down to a level that is much lower than the other way, had we not done a good job, but people are talking about July or August, something like that. Trump added, it's important for the young and healthy people to understand that while they may experience mild symptoms, they can easily spread this virus, and they will spread it indeed, putting countless others in a very harm way. But again, you don't even think that you cannot catch this virus, because when it's caught up with somebody, it is spread like wildfire.
Okay, moving further. Yesterday we gave you a news about the ordainment of Senator Abo as the patron of the AGN. Now, Emeka Rollas, the president, has defended Elisha Abo's Actors Guild patronship, says the senator was not convicted of any crime. The president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rollas, has reacted to the Hilda Dokubo and Kate Henshaw-led online protest against the appointment of Senator Elisha Abo as a patron of the guild. Emeka Rollas defended the Guild's decision while loosely accusing the actresses of sensationalism and attempting to taint the image of the Guild. Rather than take these issues up on social media, the Guild's president insisted that the aggrieved ladies should have written to the Guild expressing their grievances. He added that while social media was no medium of governance, Dokubo and Henshaw have been of no impact to the Guild despite being Nollywood actors for over 20 years. Speaking on the process of appointing patrons, Rollas revealed that the candidates were usually decided upon by a panel, and Abu was nominated by the members in the Northeast for his contribution to their development. He also added that the AGN did not appoint him patron as a measure to celebrate him for beating a woman, but for his support of the Guild members in the Northeast chapter.
As much as I hate to agree with you, they actually, I think they should also have backed it up with an official letter to him, you know, instead of, because that's like saying that the Guild does not listen. Maybe that's for them to come on social media as like saying, oh, we normally complain and they don't listen. So it's like implicating the guy. So he was quick to bring that out. All right.
Alright, moving on. Oprah Winfrey denies rumors of getting raided and arrested over child trafficking. The media mogul says she is only self-distancing from the rest of the world. She has denied the rumors that her home was raided and she was arrested, and she said this on her Twitter handle, and I'm quoting directly from her Twitter handle now. She said, "Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true. I haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody." And some other tweets came up. Somebody also tweeted back that, "I'm laughing at the fact that," this is from Kimberly, she says, "I'm laughing at the fact that Oprah is trending because people are saying she was arrested for sex trafficking." But however, remember she was posting this particular day, so they brought out a picture of her from 2019 where she was promoting a guy, John of God, and the person was later on arrested for child trafficking and all that. So they were now linking up the two cases, but she said that didn't happen to her, that she's just self-distancing herself from the one, maybe from coronavirus.
Okay, maybe. And, well, still talking about coronavirus, it seems to be affecting air ticket sales, and there's a prediction that it will worsen with global pandemic as 2019 records 31% slump. Ticket sales for international travelers in Nigeria recorded about 31.4% slump in 2019 compared to 2018 estimates. Travel agencies yesterday released the 360 billion total sales figure for 2019, a 165 billion naira difference when compared to 525 billion naira recorded in the previous year. Now, this particular figure is at variance with about 10% projected rise in passenger traffic, increased capacity, and new routes that opened during the year in review. The president of the National Association of Nigerian Travel Agencies, Bernard Bankole, who disclosed this figure, said the sharp drop was on account of xenophobic attacks and visa restrictions by the United States government.
Alright, it was not just Oprah Winfrey that was trending. Also somebody trended to talk about Keri Hilson. We gave you the story yesterday that he thought that the cause of coronavirus came from 5G cellular.
Yeah.
Alright, there's an update on that story. Singer-songwriter Keri Hilson was trending, and of course she had some unconventional views about the root cause of the coronavirus. According to Keri, the spread of the coronavirus was somehow linked to development of 5G cellular technology. One of Hilson's tweets said on Sunday, "People have been trying to warn us about 5G for years. Petitions, organizations, studies. What we're going through is the effect of the radiation," before imploring followers with her next tweet, which reads, "5G launched in China November 1st, 2019. People drop dead." And of course, see attached and go to my Instagram page, stories, for more turn off 5G, and of course by disabling LTE. Next day, after consulting with the management team, Hilson deleted the tweet and again the Instagram story, which the Instagram feed, which included a series of tweets and videos. They didn't stop discourse. People still jumped on her they drag her afterwards after she deleted the story. Which means she was not sure of the story before putting the story up.
She should just stick with singing and songwriting. That sounded like fake news.
Yes, it was.
Those are the kind of things that Twitter would check your account for. Like,
Yep.
why are you spreading this kind of information?
Yep.
Anyway.
Anyways, moving on. Still on the coronavirus case, in a bid to support its employees, Facebook is giving $1,000 bonuses to its staff. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook chief executive, made the announcement in an internal note on Tuesday. The social media giant employs nearly 45,000 full-time staff across the globe, with thousands more contract workers. The firm is also offering $100 million to help small businesses cope with the economic impact of the coronavirus outbreak. As well as the cash bonuses, employees will also get the highest performance review ratings, ensuring they receive their normal twice-yearly bonuses. For small businesses, Facebook has set aside $100 million for 30,000 eligible firms across the 30-plus countries where Facebook operates. This will be in the form of cash grants and ad credits to help during these challenging times. Wow, that's a big one.
Facebook giving away $1,000.
Giving $1,000
to their workers.
Their workers, yes.
USA government also thinking of giving $1,000 to each family.
Wow.
Yes.
In the US?
Yes.
Wow.
And again, they're wondering how they're going to receive the money. They're going to receive the money when they file for their tax return. They now add $1,000 per file per family. Entire country.
Wow.
That was being discussed by the President and Secretary of Finance yesterday.
I also saw in the news this morning the United Arab Emirates.
Yes.
The government is set to take care of all the homes. That it said is going to feed them and give them the necessary provisions that they need for this coronavirus.
It's important because a lot of people that are staying at home, they're not able to work and earn money.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, still on coronavirus. The producer of Nollywood and Bollywood film Namaste Wa'ala has extended the release date due to coronavirus. You know, we talked about this some weeks back. We're happy because the collaboration between Nollywood and Bollywood, so we can see the dancing and all. But sadly, it has been postponed due to coronavirus. The upcoming Nollywood and Bollywood collaboration Namaste Wa'ala has joined the list of films projects affected by the coronavirus pandemic. On Tuesday, March 17, 2020, Amisha Dayani took to Instagram to officially announce the film's release date has been extended from April 10, 2020 to October 2020. According to the first-time director, the new release date was imperative due to the unavoidable extension of the post-production schedules. The upcoming romantic comedy is reportedly a beautiful mix of Nigerian and Indian cultures. It stars Inni Dima, then among other places, and the Mufe Damage is also good.
I can't wait to see him dance.
But till October now, not April.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, this one is talking about the fact that China has effectively expelled journalists from 3 U.S. newspapers in retaliation for restrictions on its news outlets in the U.S. Its foreign ministry ordered reporters from the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Wall Street Journal to return media passes within 10 days. The ministry also demanded information about their operations in China. The measures were in response to unwarranted restrictions on Chinese media agencies in the U.S., it said. China's action also prohibits the newspaper's journalists from working in the semi-autonomous regions of Hong Kong and Macau, where there is greater press freedom than on the mainland. Earlier this month, the Trump administration imposed limits on the number of Chinese citizens who could work as journalists in the U.S., the latest move in a tit-for-tat row over press freedoms. What the U.S. has done is exclusively targeting Chinese media organizations and hence driven by Cold War mentality and ideological bias. That's what China's foreign ministry said in a statement on Tuesday.
All right, now we're going into sports. Sports as related to coronavirus. NBA superstar Kevin Durant, among 4 on Brooklyn Nets, test positive to COVID-19. Kevin Durant is reportedly named among the 4 players on the Brooklyn Nets to test positive for COVID-19. KD spoke to the Athletics soon after his diagnosis and said, "Everyone be careful, take care of yourself and quarantine," adding, "We're going to get through this." The Nets paid for private testing, which was conducted on Saturday and registered results earlier on Tuesday. A press release from the Nets read, and of course it says, I quote, "The organization is currently notifying anyone who has had known contact with the players, including recent opponents, and is working closely with the state and local health authorities on reporting. All players and members of the Nets travel party are being asked to remain isolated, closely monitor their health, and maintain constant communication with team medical staff. The health of our players and staff is of the highest priority to the organization, and the team is doing everything within its power to ensure that those affected receive the best care possible." Kevin Durant, just test showed up positive for COVID-19 for Kevin Durant.
Wow. Okay, still in the coronavirus, pop stars are now live streaming concerts from home to combat isolation. Stars including Coldplay, Youngblood, and Christine and the Queens are live streaming gigs to combat the boredom of self-isolation due to coronavirus. Coldplay's Chris Martin played an impromptu set on Instagram Live, taking fans' questions and covering David Bowie's life on Mars. The country singer Keith Urban also went live on Instagram with his wife Nicole Kidman in the background. They are saying that since they can't tour Europe, they're going to tour the social media. It's a big thing, though. I mean,
this is money for social media.
It's still, they won't get as much financial gains as
personally, but they're making money for some other people streaming.
But it's not going to be as fun as it is.
No,
seeing
definitely.
people cheering you up and
manage it for now.
Okay, social media yesterday. I was on Twitter and I was just laughing. So this one is coming from Yvonne Jegede. She slams those calling out for her failed marriage. She went on her Instagram page to talk to people about coming to her because of her failed marriage. She said, "If you come for me with insult based on my failed marriage, you plus the person you are standing for will hear from me." And another marriage confusion that happened on Twitter yesterday. Benro Adipade was married to Osaz Igodaro. Flaunt his new boo after the divorce with Osaz, and people came for him. No, the ladies that came for him that he was too fast. He was showing up and the divorce not concluded. So it was not a battle of when it happens to the female. It's not talked about. It's not that we pamper them. Oh, sorry. But when the guy comes out to show off their own new boo, it was actually a thing of who does it better, the lady or the guys. We should actually be pampered more. But this one, Yvonne Jegede right now, she's coming back to people. I'm sure soon she would definitely show off her own new boo if she has one in check. And when she does, I'm not sure what Benro had to go through yesterday. I'm not sure she would go through it. So, and the equality thing had to come back.
Oh, okay.
I beg. Okay. It makes them happy.
Alright, this one talking about New Zealand. A court in New Zealand has found a Samoan-born chief guilty of more than 20 charges of dealing in slaves and human trafficking. Joseph Olga Matamata, 65, was convicted of offences over a 25-year period. His victims, who were all Samoan, were too scared to alert the authorities because of his status as a Matai old chief. The court heard each of the 13 slavery charges of which he was convicted carries a maximum penalty of 14 years in prison. Matamata faces up to 20 years in jail or a fine of nearly $300,000 for the human trafficking convictions. Sentencing will take place on the 6th of May. Matamata, a horticultural contractor, was convicted of 10 counts of trafficking and 13 counts of slavery, which took place between 1994 and 2019.
Federal government orders immediate shutdown of all NYSC orientation camps, corps members sent home. The federal government has ordered the immediate closure of all orientation camps in the country where corps members are currently undergoing the 3 weeks compulsory orientation course. And of course, recall that the National Youth Service Corps NYSC recently mobilized graduates for the 2020 Batch A orientation course. The orientation exercise, according to the NYSC calendar, started on March 10 and was supposed to end on March 30 when corps members will have been posted to their various primary assignments. However, due to the ravaging coronavirus COVID-19 disease, the federal government is forced to end the orientation course abruptly nationally to contain the spread of the virus, since also accommodate foreign students. This was revealed in a statement sent to all state coordinators and exclusively, and of course being told right now on Kennis Entertainment News. Federal government has ordered immediate shutdown of all NYSC orientation camps, COPS members sent home.
Wow.
Like that orientation camp is like the main.
The fun.
Is the queen of NYS. Yeah.
What is that?
The fun part. It's the fun part where you have to go to another state they've not been before, meeting new people from different schools.
Right.
Well, it's sad, but it's for their own good.
Yeah.
And well,
We
I
have
hope.
some foreign students
Yes.
that came from England, that came from the US.
But
that came
we're
from
Yeah.
not
Screens.
screened.
Well, they may be screened, but you don't know if there was symptoms then that was coming out or not. And again, I look at the picture of the camp, a lot of people.
A lot of people
Yeah.
always at the camp.
And
so-
again, you have sometimes you have to go and do some kind of
Yeah.
activity that
Yeah.
everybody will be gathered under one, maybe on a field.
On the first night, you're likely to sleep in a very cold classroom. All of you on the floor somewhere, just find mattress. I'm just saying, like it happened to me. Yeah.
You're talking from experience.
Yes. So on the first night, it's likely to be you're going to be in a crowded place where you are just
That is the word. Underline it.
crowded.
Crowded.
Yeah.
Let's play safe.
Wow.
Nigeria is still thinking that coronavirus cannot come here.
That's come.
Hmm.
If it's already in African countries, it has come.
And again, just 3 people. We're thinking 3 people out of 180 million people. Is this significant?
It is.
But hey, don't let us crowd ourselves under one roof and just one person, one cough, one lousy cough, one sneeze.
Change everything.
Exactly.
In fact, some people don't even show symptoms. That's another thing.
All right, that's about it on today's edition of Entertainment News.
Yep.
Many thanks for joining us. My name is Kenny Keke Ogungwe.
My name is Ife Ajagbe.
I'm Edna Joseph.
And I'm on my vibes. Good morning.
Up next, we have our sports salsa coming up. That's Mitchell Obi with Bill Omotoday. Omotoday, they'll be bringing you sports salsa. That's our sports show that you can dance to. More juicy sports news coming up on Sports Salsa. Don't go anywhere.